We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, Ice Cold. And up against him, it's David Benavidez, 188 centimeters tall with a reach of 189 centimeters.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
First up, Ice Cold from the United States of America. It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. This guy was sparring with world champions like Triple G at just 15 years old and holding his own. In fact, he turned pro at the age of 16 years old.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America, wearing the red trunks with red trim, Ice Cold. Fighting out of the blue corner from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting two-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Got out of the way of that right hook. That jab gets blocked. Do you believe this? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it, and Ice Cold has been knocked down. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
It's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of defense here at all. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Good work. Now that's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back. Good gathering your pace and win this round. Take away that.
And there's the bell for round 2. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Digging into the ribcage now. Straight right just misses. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. If you're a counterpuncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Missing with the left hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
The bell, sometimes it couldn't be the sweetest sound.
That round. Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good man. Good. Right, let's get out there.
There's the bell to start round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The straight right just misses. Straight right just misses. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Hook misses. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Which fighter will say no mas? He blocks that jab. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. You're switching off? Good work. Don't forget the jab.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
The straight right just misses. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe. And the second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The Mexican monster is down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
Right hand's beautiful. That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there. Bury it up. Come on, you're better than that. You need to go back out there and you will win. Don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
Time for the 5th round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast the round. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Blocks that left hook. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. Look at the size of Benavidez.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. David Benavidez might be ready to go. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, pal, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Great round. Now relax. I don't want you to load up.
And don't give him anything. Go back and then round up.
There's the bell for round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Does well to block that left jab. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than equal.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Block the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just keep them on the other. Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together. Let's just start working a few body shots in there. Hurry up a little bit. We got to figure out.
Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
I love that. That jab's slick. You were basics. Just get your rhythm back, and then we go again.
There's the bell to start round 8. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Good defense with that left jab. Tried to land the left hook, but it was blocked. Is he going to punch himself out, though? We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd, if you know somebody's got the punch power. So
hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. So much for defensive abilities. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Beautiful counter shot. You know the score. Hold it right there. Where was the defense? Why weren't they covering up? Why weren't they more cautious? He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, swing. Good round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. I need you to go back out.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice defense with that jab. His jab just got blocked. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Good job defending the jab. Perfect counter lands. Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. Holding nothing back here in the round. That left hook misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And it's survival time for David Benavidez. You see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Great one. I love that. I love that. That jab slip. There's one to win the round. Get back behind the jab.
And here comes the 10th round. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
he's got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You gotta hope they went out of steam.
The straight right just misses. And David Benavidez is on the canvas. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Where was the defense? We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Really thinking about stopping it. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then give it back the next round.
What was that? What are you doing? But let's go out there and get your calmness right.
This is the 11th. We've entered the championship rounds. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. Is how you are going to deal with this.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? His stamina is off the charts. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Good work. Now that's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back. Go out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen.
There's the bell for round 12. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you...
Oh my God, Johnny! They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And the big Mexican monster is down. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.